Pikachu says that is not your fault, so believe Pikachu. Hi! Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining, and let's get into the video. So, I want to give you a scenario, okay? Let's say you have an amazing friendship with this one person. You find out that they're in an amazing relationship and you're so happy for them, so excited, you know, and you get the good news. You get the good news that they got engaged. And you've been friends with this person for many years and you have such an amazing bond with this person. You enjoy their friendship. You've made many memories together with them, and you had this fantasy of being part of their bridal party. So with that, you end up not getting invited or asked to be a bridesmaid. What do you do now? You're probably feeling some hurt, some disappointment. You're probably questioning, very confused. You probably want to talk it out and vent. And you also want to know why. Why did you not get invited to be a bridesmaid? So this video is to help you guys to cope, also to help me cope and partially vent, because this has actually happened to me as well. And I have not seen a lot of YouTube videos talking about this. You know, it's all about tips of being a bridesmaid or what to expect, but it doesn't mention the scenario of when you don't get invited to be a bridesmaid. And first off, say hello to my Pikachu. My Pikachu wants to say hi, okay? This is cute Pikachu. Pikachu is gonna be chilling right here in the corner. So, disclaimer, okay guys? Disclaimer. In no way am I blaming the bride. I do not want to blame the bride. I don't want to feel selfish or entitled, and I hope that does not come across in this video, because I understand that this is the bride's day. This is her decision. Whether you are part of the bridal party or not, it is up to her. So there is no blaming the brides. It is just basically a way to cope and to understand, and also to be able to grieve, you know, like this is a fantasy. We as women want to be married. We want to be in a bridal party. We want to be asked to be a bridesmaid. Like, isn't this a dream for us? So that is one thing. And I want this video to hopefully give you advice on how to deal with it if it happens to you, because it's got to, you know, not everyone is gonna choose to have you as a bridesmaid, and that is totally okay. That is the whole point of this video, is that it is okay to not be a bridesmaid. And then I also want to play devil's advocate. I also want to explain that there are cons to being a bridesmaid. You do need to know this ahead of time, because once you know these things about being a bridesmaid, you might be grateful that you weren't asked to be a bridesmaid. You know? Feeling me? Okay. Tip number 1, talk to the friend. You know, this doesn't need to be a very big confrontational thing. You should be able to ask. If you guys are that close and you had the fantasy of being in her bridal party and being a bridesmaid, talk to her, ask her, because she has reasons. This is not an easy decision, guys. Like, people really think about this seriously, and so just know, like, whatever reasons that she gives, they are valid. And so just talk it out, because I think you talking it out rather than, you know, bottling it in and creating bitterness and resentment or even becoming petty, it's gonna be so much better if you just talk to her and ask her why and ask her for her reasons. Second point is recognize that it is her decision. This is the biggest one, guys. You know, this is her day. This is her special day. And you want to be excited for her. You want to be happy for her. So even if you are not a part of her bridal party, that is okay. That is her choice, okay? You should not be feeling angry or jealous or trying to be petty and trying to like mess up her wedding or mess up her big day. That is a big no, guys. Do not do that. You hear me? Do not do that. Okay? So yeah, just recognize that it's her decision. And guess what? When it is your time, when you are engaged, when you are needing to plan your wedding, it is going to be your decision. And you can choose whether you want to invite this person or not, or invite other people or not. But it'll be your decision because it'll be your wedding. Point number 3 is be grateful that you are still invited to the wedding, okay? Because weddings are hella expensive. Especially the dress. The dress, the venue, the cake, the food, the catering, the ceremony, decorations, music, DJ, photographers. It is hella expensive. So if you are still invited to the wedding, knowing that the wedding is, whether it's big or small, just know that she still values you, you're still important in her life, and she still wants you to be a part of her special day as a guest, okay? You should be so grateful to still go as a guest. Point number 4 is talk to other friends and vent. You know, I've noticed that when I talk things out, it helps me to feel better because I'm processing my emotions and feelings verbally. And I'm also talking to close friends, people that might be in a similar situation, or people that maybe are planning their own wedding, like maybe they are planning on getting married soon. So talking to them, or even those that have already been married, you know, talking to them, asking them for advice, because getting their perspectives on why they chose this person or so-and-so as a bridesmaid versus not, you know, how they would feel, this is all gonna help to make sure that you're okay and reassure you, you know, that this is an okay situation, that this happens. I don't want you to feel like you're alone, because that's kind of how I feel sometimes. Tip number 5 is grieve the fantasy. It is totally okay and normal to feel sad, to feel hurt, to feel disappointed. You should be allowed to grieve that you're not going to be a bridesmaid, you're not going to be a big part of her special day, even though you will be part of it, just not a big part of it. You know, it is okay to grieve that, especially if this is a friend that you've been friends with since high school or college, you know, like a decades-long friendship. It is totally okay to grieve the fantasy. You know, just process it. If you need to cry, cry. You know, if you need to vent, vent. If you need to just scream or like to just write down a note or a letter and then just burn it or rip it up. Do whatever you need to do to grieve it. That is like super important because, again, this is gonna help you to feel better and move on. Here you go. 6, know that it is not your fault. And please do not self-blame. I think this point was hitting me the most out of all of the other points with the advice, because for me personally, I was doing a lot of self-blame. I was thinking, oh shoot, maybe something is wrong with me, you know, maybe it's my personality, or maybe it's because I'm not making a lot of money. So I would put a lot of blame and fault as to why I didn't get chosen as a bridesmaid. And maybe you feel that way too, and I want to just reassure you and to let you know that it is not your fault, and please do not self-blame, because there are so many reasons why someone chooses a bridesmaid. You know, there's a lot of things that really go into picking your bridesmaids. I'm not gonna explain it. You could go watch a YouTube video because that's most of the bridesmaid videos that I've searched. So go check out one of those. Maybe I'll put one up like in the corner as well. But just know that it is okay. It is okay. There's nothing wrong with you. It is not your fault. Okay? Pikachu says that is not your fault, so believe Pikachu, okay? If you don't believe me, at least believe Pikachu. And then this is the 7th tip. So re-establish the friendship. And you know, sometimes it is okay to feel a certain way, and sometimes it's okay to recognize whether you are still close to this person or not after you've spoken, after you hash things out with this person. It is okay to recognize that maybe you guys are growing apart, or maybe you need some distance or some space. So definitely think about this friendship, reflect on it, and reestablish it. If you want to continue to be friends, which I highly agree with, you know, you should be friends. This should not be a separation or a decisive reason why you should not be friends with this person. But your friendship might have changed, and that is okay too. Maybe you aren't as close as you thought you were. You know, you need to define the relationship. The DTR, define the relationship. Conclusion. Hopefully this video is fast. I need to edit it. But conclusion, please do not feel like it is your fault. It is okay. I want you to know it is totally okay and totally normal if you were not asked to be a bridesmaid. I know we have this fantasy that we want to be in the bridal party. Heck, maybe we want to be the maid of honor. Maybe we have this fantasy of being part of our bridal party for our close, if not best friends, and then we don't get asked. And that is okay. I really hope that this video was helpful. If you were not chosen to be a bridesmaid, please comment down below. What advice would you give? Did I miss any advice? Are there any points that you would advise other people? I want this to be a video that's so helpful for not just me, but for everyone else that's in this situation too. So comment below, please like this video, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, which hopefully I will be posting more content. The reason why I'm posting now is because my makeup is done. I had a friend over, she's a makeup artist, and she did my makeup. So I took advantage of this moment because normally I don't wear makeup. Anyways, have a great day or night whenever you're watching this.